Matt Snyder, who is reporting live with some of Buffalo's bravest this morning.
Thank you, Lauren. October is Fire Prevention Month, so in order to get a closer look, we've decided to get a backstage look at a firehouse. We're here at Ladder 13 and Engine 36, right on Hurdle Avenue. We're joined by Jerry Johnson Jr. and Kenyon Clark. Now, to get an idea of what these men and women do to protect the city of Buffalo from fires, we decided to put me in some of their gear. So, Jerry, of course, you're going to break down this gear for me. What are we going to start off with?
First off, we're going to start with our boots and our pants, which are both connected. You take your shoes off, and you're going to step right into the boots.
So it's as simple as just stepping right into a boot like you would if you were going out in the snow?
Absolutely. You step in 1 foot at a time, and then you pull your pants up next.
Okay, I think I can pull my pants up. I got that. So with this gear, you know, all of it's made with a pretty coarse, heavy fabric. How much does this stuff weigh when you're all geared up?
When it's all dry, it's about 70 pounds.
All right, so we have the pants on. What step is next?
You're going to buckle your pants up, and you're going to put your hood on.
Okay, so what does this hood do for you?
The hood makes sure you don't want any skin exposed at all. So the hood keeps you from getting your neck burned.
So when you're in all of this gear, is it pretty hot?
Oh, it gets hot, especially after the moving around and then the fire. You get pretty hot, so you want to make sure you stay hydrated.
All right, so right now you're putting me into Kenyon's gear, which is a little bit big, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so next comes the coat. What happens here?
You're going to put your coat on, one arm, then the other. We want to button all the buttons, and then you want to buckle all the buckles. You don't want any skin exposed. You don't want any fire getting inside.
So, you know, this whole process is taking a little bit of time for us, but for you guys that are doing it when you get that call, how long does that take?
Only about 30 seconds.
All right, so we're not going to have a chance to buckle all of these gears with the time that we have, so what step is next?
After you go and put your coat on, then you want to go and put your air tank on. Then after your air tank, you want to put your helmet on.
So fighting fires, I can imagine, can take a long amount of time. So when you put this air tank in and you're about to go into the building, how much time does that give you?
The air tank gives you about 30 minutes of air. Of course, you have to go and control your breathing, but practice makes us better.
So what happens when you get there and it's taking longer than 30 minutes?
If it takes us longer than 30 minutes, we'll get a low air alarm, we'll leave the fire, and then we'll go and change out another clean air bottle, and then we can go right back into the fire and keep on working.
And what we're looking at right now that he's hooking, Kenyon is hooking up, is the fire mask. We're not going to put that in. So is it kind of hard to see? Are your senses a little muted when you have all this gear on?
Well, you can see clearly when you're wearing a mask, as long as there isn't any smoke. But when the smoke is there, you can't see anything. You have to get on your knees and crawl.
And how much time is spent practicing putting all of this on so you can do it as fast and efficiently as possible?
The academy is 3 months long. We're practicing every day that we're out there. So it takes us just about that long to go and get that 30-second mark down pat.
And I want to turn it over to you, Kenyon, because I am wearing your gear, as you can tell by the name on my back. What is the hardest part for you to get ready to go out and fight fires?
The adrenaline and knowing what needs to be done to get whatever we need done to help someone.
All right, well, thank you both for having us in today. Now, this is just a little sneak preview of what they have to go into every day to fight these fires. We're going to come back later on right here to talk a little bit about how you and your family can help prevent fires, of course, for Fire Prevention Month. But right now, Lauren, I'm all dressed up. I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, some great tips from Buffalo's bravest this morning. Moving on, though, to what